in my mid-30s, and I'll tell you, there wasn't a day that went by that I didn't have a big, delicious New York City bagel. There is nothing like it, and when you have, around the country, people say, here's a bagel, it tastes like, honestly, like a piece of white bread that is not that great. A New York City bagel is delicious, and if you've lived in New York and miss it, now I can send it to your house. Brooklyn Food Group is giving you 24 4-ounce of that fall Kettle boiled bagels, boiled in genuine New York City water. You can get the combo, or you can get plain. Two plain, two blueberry, two plain, two apple cinnamon raisin. I have to say apple cinnamon raisin are my favorite bagels in the world. And then 2 packages, and then 2 of the plain, and then cranberry. So cranberry, cranberry, plain, plain. So plain, plain, apple cinnamon, apple cinnamon. You're getting 4 of these bags. You're getting 4 of these bags. And when I show you these bagels, these are not like itsy bitsy bagels. I'm gonna show you next to my hand. This bagel is bigger than my hand. You just look at that. Look how huge these bagels are. These are giant, massive, delicious 24 bagels. It comes out to about $1.30 a bagel. 090272. I can't think of any reason why anybody wouldn't just jump on the phone right now and order these. We're gonna bring in our special guest, who is the owner of the company. Gerard Fodera is on the line. Hi, Gerard.
Hi, how you doing today?
I'm good, I'm
nice
good.
to be back.
It's great to have you back. I hear that New York accent. I lived in New York for many years. I lived in Astoria, Queens. I lived on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. There wasn't a day that went by that I did not have a bagel. And even if you just get it at like a bodega, the corner, so it was not $1. This is less than a New York City bagel, and it's a New York City bagel.
Exactly, exactly. So you can really appreciate it. And that's the whole point. You know, when you go to New York, you travel to New York, or you had a New York City bagel, and you know what we're talking about. Unfortunately, not everybody can do that. So our goal was at the Brooklyn Food Group is to create a family of businesses here in New York that can help us create a product, a bagel, that is high in demand, obviously, all around. And we want to get it to everybody and this way they can all experience it and love it. Yeah, and get it delivered anywhere in the country.
You know, I lived in New York, and I know the New York bagels, New York pizza. It's all about the New York City water. But somebody who's never lived in New York, what is it? What is it? Why is the secret is the water, right?
Absolutely, that's part of the secret. Obviously, there's other things. I've been 40 years in the baked goods business myself personally, but my family business is 90 years in the ingredient business. So, you know, when you look at the ingredients, that's really, really important too. Secondly, is the fermentation process. You know, a lot of people just make bagels, the dough, and the next day they pump them out and they have bagels. And that's pretty much what you're talking about when it's the dough or a roll with a hole in it. That's pretty much what that is. There's no real fermentation.
Yeah.
We let our dough ferment for 24 hours, and that really creates a really nice flavor to it. The ingredients are important. Obviously, the water is like unbelievable.
It's delicious.
Here in New York. So
it's delicious. Right. It's why New York City pizza, it's the dough. I mean, these bagels are amazing. By the way, when I'm showing you how huge these are, you're getting 24 of these bagels. 24 of these bagels. Now they come to you frozen, and they kind of thaw on their way to your house. So you could take them right out of the container that we mail them to you, and you can slice them up, and you could start eating them right away. However, if you're not going to eat them right away, you can freeze them. So freeze them, and you can take them right out of the freezer and put them right in the toaster. So they will stay fresh like the day they were made if you do it that way. I think that these are amazing to have on hand. You know, you want to have, what do you have for breakfast? A delicious bagel with, the cranberries, amazing. The apple cinnamon or the blueberries. If you love blueberry bagels. And by the way, the variety pack is going to sell out first. Everybody's like the variety pack. You are getting 1, 2, 3, 4 bags. You go to the grocery store, you see, Gerard, I call them bagel-like objects. They're shaped like a bagel, right? But they don't taste like I think a bagel tastes like. They don't, when you bite into them, they don't have like kind of that kind of shiny on the outside, crunch, and then inside that real dense, delicious flavor. They just taste like white bread in a circle. It's very different, right?
Exactly. But I just want everybody to know when you receive it, you're going to have one of these pamphlets inside, and it's got the storage instructions and heating instructions inside. You follow this, you will be just like getting a bagel right out of the bagel store in New York. But also on the back it says, if you're not going to eat them, freeze them. So as soon as you get them, you do have to put them in the refrigerator. You got to put them in the freezer. There is no chemical preservatives in these, so you have to take precaution to do that. We don't want everybody to be happy, but as soon as you get them, put them in the freezer or in the refrigerator if you're going to eat them right away. Secondly, it's funny you mentioned the size. Today, when I was getting ready for the show, I made a pizza bagel. Not everybody knows a pizza bagel, but let me tell you something. I never really made one for myself, and I did today. And that plain bagel, I took a plain bagel, I scooped out the inside, okay, and you fill it with sauce and mozzarella, shredded mozzarella, and I had leftover sausages the other night, sausage and pepper, so I put some sliced sausage or pepperoni on, and it's fun to make, and it's delicious, and when you put it in your oven, the crust comes out crispy.
Yeah.
So New York's pretty famous for its pizza too, so you're almost going to get like a New York City pizza.
Oh, what a great idea.
Yeah, so it's like you get a double dipper.
Yeah, and by the way, you're getting 24 of these bagels. Look at how much bigger. This bagel is almost as big as my head. I actually, as a matter of fact, here's my head and here's the bagel. It almost, right? It almost covers my entire skull. These are like show host head-sized bagels. I'm so excited for you guys to get them because if you're like me, if you're a New Yorker and then you live elsewhere, it's going to be like a big hug from mom having one of these bagels. Mm-hmm. But you know, also my New York Jewish family, like bagels are like soul food. It's like how I grew up. You know, I remember like having bagels with cream cheese and lox, and it's like the most delicious thing in the world. But if you don't have a good bagel, it tastes like cream cheese and lox on a piece of white bread. It's so disappointing when you imagine what a bagel tastes like and it doesn't. These are the bagels that you dreamed of, that you have. And even if you live in New York City, we will mail it to your house at less than getting a bagel from around the corner. I see no reason for anybody not getting these. And you know, my producer looked up a local like sandwich shop that's a national chain that's very, very famous. They make bagels and soup and things like that. Their bagel to go get it at their store is more expensive than ordering it here. By the way, here's how you know and one of the things is a real bagel. Bagel is not sliced in half. You slice the bagel in half yourself. So if you go to the grocery store and a bagel is sliced in half, that is my first clue that it is not a real bagel. Right, Gerard?
That's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. You plop these in an oven at 350 degrees for 5 to 6 minutes. You're going to get, it'll be crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. You know you're done. It'll be perfect. And as you can see, these are really our fall flavors. You know, we want to get the berries in, you know, the cranberries. Today is a beautiful day in New York for a fall day, so we're happy that we got that. But we have cranberries, blueberries, raisins, apples. These are all fall flavors that they go really well with this product. I think everybody will be happy with it.
Well, it's so exciting to be here with these bagels. I miss New York so much, and it's amazing that everybody will be able to get these. Thank you so much, Gerard. It was so fun to work with you, and it was so fun for me to fill in for Marlo. So everybody at home, please order these bagels. Brooklyn Food Group is, you know, you're gonna love it. You're getting 24 of them, 24 of them. All right. All right, in case you missed it, we started